Welcome to Smack That Fact, your go-to channel for mind-blowing lists of interesting and fascinating facts. In today's video, we are going into the darkest and most chilling corners of history to explore some of the worst ways to die by torture in ancient times. We'll be uncovering the gruesome details of some of the most brutal torture methods known to humanity. Viewer discretion is advised as we explore into these grim chapters of our past. Let's dive in. Number 5. The wheel. The breaking wheel, also known as the Catherine wheel or simply the wheel, was a horrifying torture method for public executions across Europe from ancient times through the Middle Ages and into the early modern period. The victim was tied to a large wooden wheel, and the executioner would hit them using various tools which will break their bones. The executioner will then untie the person and tie them again while bending and twisting the broken limbs in unnatural positions which caused an excruciating pain. As if the initial torture wasn't enough, the wheel was then mounted on a pole and left outside for birds to peck at the victim while they were still alive. It was a gruesome and inhumane punishment meant to strike fear among the people, but unlike other torture methods from our list, it was actually possible, although rare, to survive the wheel. Of course, not without significant damage to the person's body. Number 4. Rat torture. Rat torture is a gruesome and cruel method of torture invented in the 17th century. It involves tying a person to the board, placing a rat in a metal cage on a person's bare stomach or chest and then covering the cage with hot coals. The rat, desperate to escape the intense heat, would gnaw through the victim's flesh, causing immense pain and suffering. This horrific practice has been documented in various historical accounts and remains a chilling reminder of the depths of human cruelty. Rat torture was used as a form of punishment, interrogation, or public spectacle to cause fear and control over others. Number 3. Impalement. Impalement was a gruesome method of torture and execution used in history. The victim would be forced to sit or stand on a sharpened stake, which would then be driven through the body. The stake would emerge from the mouth or chest, causing a slow and agonizing death. The length of survival on the stake varied widely, with some victims enduring only a few seconds or minutes, while others managed to survive for a few hours and even up to 6 days. This method of torture was intended to cause maximum pain and suffering to the victim. It was often used as a public spectacle to cause fear in others and demonstrate the power of the ruling authority. The impaled bodies would be left on display for days, serving as a warning to everyone. Impalement was used by various civilizations throughout history, including the ancient Persians, Romans, and Ottomans. It was a particularly favored method of execution during the reign of Vlad the Impaler, who earned his nickname for his brutal use of impalement against his enemies. The sheer brutality of this torture method is a chilling reminder of the dark and violent aspects of human history. Number 2. Death by sawing. Death by sawing was a gruesome torture method used during the medieval period. The victim was typically tied upside down, and a large saw was used to cut through the body from the groin area. The torturers often did this slowly, making the process agonizingly painful. The victim would die if sawn all the way, but frequently, they were only sawn up to the stomach, leaving them to suffer, which could last for several days before their eventual demise. The sawing was designed to be efficient in causing immense suffering, but it was also used as a public display of power and control. Executioners would carry out the sawing in front of a crowd, heightening the fear and intimidation. And at number 1 we have possibly the most painful way to die, the flaying. The flaying, also known as skinning, is a method of slow and painful execution in which skin is removed from the body while the person was still alive, causing unimaginable pain and suffering. Flaying has a long and dark history, dating back to ancient times, and it was practiced by various civilizations. In this gruesome torture method, the victim was stripped of their clothes and tightly bound to prevent any resistance. The executioner would then cruelly peel away the victim's skin using a sharp blade, often starting with the head to maximize the pain. Exposing the nerves and blood vessels by removing a person's skin led to immense pain and probable death by infection that could sometimes take hours or even days. It is so hard to imagine that an actual person went through any of this ways to die, especially this one. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history's darkest chapters. As we look back at the dark history of this torture methods, we are reminded that we are lucky we live in today's age. We hope this video has shed light on the unimaginable horrors endured by those unfortunate people. Let us know in the comments which historical topic you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, take care. Don't forget to smack that like button, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video.